start for Baltimore, Trevor Rogers. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
He's got it. One down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boog. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. First-round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. And a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Schwarber throws right, bats left. Batting second in today's lineup. So far this season, his on-base percentage is right around 370. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-1. Rogers wants to challenge that one. Thought it was a strike. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep both their challenges. Just underway from Baltimore. In the air, left field, down the line. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground, right side, bounces into the outfield. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third, first baseman, Bryce Harper.
First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. Runner on the go. Popped up. Henderson under it. And there are two down.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Alec Bohm.
And here comes Alec Bohm. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Now 1-1.
Ball.
That one fouled off. The 1-2. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. And now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Christopher Sanchez. What's the scouting report on him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Taylor Ward digs in now.
Number 3, Taylor Ward.
And that's in for a strike. In the air, right field, Garcia in position. And there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, against a talented pitcher, it's crucial to disrupt his rhythm. Use bunts to get him off the mound and moving around out there. If he's in a flow, step out and break his timing. When he throws in the zone, you might only get one pitch, so you don't want to miss it.
Clips the corner. That's strike one. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
That's inside. Caught him looking for the K.
Batting third, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power.
That's right. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Fair ball. So Adley Rutschman now gets a chance with two gone.
Batting fourth, catcher, Adley Rutschman.
That's outside.
Ball out.
And that is ball one. Alonso leads off first with two down to the inning. And that's downstairs.
No, that's down. Ball.
Ball two. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Out of here. A two-run shot, and the Orioles jump out in front. It's 2-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So two down, and next for the Orioles, Dylan Beavers. Right through there for a strike. Oh, 1 now. Way
That's a ball.
inside, gets out of the way. Two down, nobody on. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Baltimore with a two-run shot this inning. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here in Baltimore, top of the second, Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Cowser flashes the leather on the running catch. One pitch and one out.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Right through there for a strike. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Rogers will challenge that pitch, thinking it's a strike. And it's a called strike after the review. Still two challenges left for them. The 0-2. Outside with a breaking ball. And that's
That's the ball.
outside. 2-2. That one
Ball.
missed.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. In the air, fairly deep to right field. 2 away.
Batting seventh, catcher JT.
Here's JT Realmuto. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Swings through that one above the zone.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
2 down, nobody on. And a 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. One and 2 now. Realmuto tries to hold up, appeal to first, didn't go. And that one moves his feet. Fly ball down the line. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. Payoff pitch. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Swings and misses. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. We head to the bottom of the second and into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser.
Heck one.
And
That's
that's
a foul ball.
just foul. The 0-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Hee-haw!
The 0-1. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And a man aboard.
Batting eighth.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Blaze Alexander. That one hammered left field, carrying well. Out of here. He sends a rocket to left, and they add to their lead. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
Line drive to short and caught.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder Taylor Ward.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Taylor Ward, the next to hit. Flied to right his first time.
Ball.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
Heat ha.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Check
What you
swing
got?
on the 2-2. Appeal to first. He did not go around. Draws the walk
Ball
there.
4. Take your base.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop Gunnar Henderson.
In the air to left center. Marsh moving under it. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back here in Baltimore and digging in for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. Fouled off to the right. Just
That
missed.
missed. That's a ball.
Let's go, Trevor.
Swings and lines one towards the gap, and that's got extra bases written all over it.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
There's a strike.
Ha!
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Hammered, base hit, coming home. Here comes the throw. He's safe. It's 4-1.
Up next for Philadelphia.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Here's Trey Turner. He's 0 for 1. Step off, throw to first,
Hey!
and he's back in easily. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Rojas on at first. Nobody out. On the ground, right side. Toss to Alonso. And one away in the top of the 3rd.
Up next for
And here's a look at
Philadelphia,
how he's
the
using his pitches in this one. Foul ball. Man at second. And the pitch is outside. Ball 1. That one almost got him.
That's the ball.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Payoff pitch. Struck him out looking.
Up next for Philadelphia, first baseman Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper up now. I think one of my favorite moments from his 2024 season was his soccer-style celebration after he hit a home run in London.
Is that when we went with the knee slide?
Exactly, and really into it too. He yelled, "I love soccer," over and over while going through the high-five line in the dugout.
When in Rome, as they say, or London.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
No, that missed.
Challenge
That's the
from
ball.
behind the dish here. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-1 ball game. As we go to the last of the 3rd. And into the box for Baltimore, Pete Alonso. Up the middle, slides for the stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there, and of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Ground ball right side, and he can't come up with it. Throw to first, gets it. Good job to stay with it there for the 2nd out.
Up next for the Orioles, right fielder.
2 down, bases empty. Dylan Beavers getting ready to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
That's inside. Ball.
The 1-0.
Low. Ball.
And a swing and a miss there. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Swings through it for the K. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles, but they lead it 4-1. Back now at Oriole Park, and now for the Phillies, Alec Bohm.
Well, these
Ball,
Phillies
that's down.
showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Ball.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Upstairs.
Ball. That's high.
Right side, hard hit. To first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Up next for Philadelphia, left fielder Brandon Marsh.
Ball up.
The Phillies trailing by 3. Top half of inning number 4. Pitch is in there. And the count even at 1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
A 1-2 count, all he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
That misses the zone. It's 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Fouled off left side. Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. Got him. That ends the frame. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Bottom of the 4th and into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
The 0-1. And a foul ball. The 0-2. And they'll do it again. That one not close. Ball 1. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. That's a little bit low.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Battling here as he fouls it away. 2-2 now. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
High fly ball, right field. Garcia under this one. And makes the grab. And there's 2 away. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Second baseman, Blaze Alexander.
So digging in, Blaze Alexander. He's already homered here in this one.
That's a ball. Outside.
The lefty to 1-0. Foul ball there. Here's a 1-1.
That's inside. That's a ball. Strike 2.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one almost got him. That's to third, and it goes just foul. Three-two. Struck him out looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. New inning getting started. Here's the Phillies catcher, JT Realmuto.
You know, these Phils just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And the 0-2. That one almost got him.
Ball.
2-2 now. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman, Bryson Stott.
That missed. That's a ball.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake. It's frustrating for these hitters because they know they're not missing by much, but it's going to take an adjustment to see some changes.
Hey!
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
He was all over that one. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That misses the zone. Ball 1. First and second, no outs. And we're at the top of the fifth.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Good hitters count the 2-0. On the ground, right side. What a stop. There's one. And that's a double play. Wow.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Hee-haw!
Now the 0-1. And that one is inside. Hard liner. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. He boots it. Around second is Turner.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. 1 for 2.
Nope, ball.
The 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 1-1. That one ripped. Looks like extra bases. Turner comes in to score. And now they trail by 1. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Man at second. Now a pop-up on the infield. Mayo under it. And that's the 3rd out. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Orioles 4 and the Phillies 3. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the inning.
On the mound, he's looking to keep momentum on their side with a quick inning. Keep those runs they just scored in the bank instead of handing them right back.
Mayo,
That's
the
a ball.
leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Hit hard on the ground and up the middle, base hit. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Throw comes in, runner stopped, second and third, nobody out.
Turned on that inside pitch nicely and ripped it down the line to pick up 2 bases. That can be a tough pitch to keep fair, but his timing was great.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Christopher Sanchez gives way, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for
Out of the bullpen for the Phillies,
39.
Zach McCambley.
Huge opportunity to add on to the lead for this offense right now, but we'll see what he has to say about that. He's going to have to make some great pitches to work out of this jam, though.
Big spot, and up steps Gunnar Henderson. Golden opportunity right here. Pitch gets away, but no advance from the runners. A sliding stop, fires to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Well, he still gets the RBI, but that was a really nice play. Great athleticism. You get an out, and you take away the base hit.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Pitch misses.
No, that missed.
And now it's even 1-1. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Orion Kirkering, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Pop getting cranked up as well. The 1-1. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A 2-run homer, and they boost their lead. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One down. Here's Adley Rutschman. He's already homered in this game.
Hee-haw!
Yo, 1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Comebacker to the mound. Slings to first, and that's an out.
Up next for the Orioles, right fielder, Dylan Beavers.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Next offering is in the dirt. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. 4 Fights it off. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Boom. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
For the Orioles, center fielder, Colton Cowser.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now here is Colton Cowser. Now a quick throw to first. Beavers dives back in safely. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Towards first. It's in and out of his glove. The flip. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game.
Now pitching.
A new arm into the game, the righty, Tyler Wells.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Ripped to third and caught. One pitch and one out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Marsh
Ball.
in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Kyle Bradish, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Garcia also getting ready. And the 1-0. Swings through that one for strike one. The 1-1. Fastball for a strike. The Orioles leading by 4, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Ground ball, Alonso. He steps on the bag. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Up next for Philadelphia, right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Now this is in the air down the line. Beavers on the move, has room, and he makes the catch. Down quickly go the Phillies. They're down 4. It's 7-3. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Ryan Mountcastle. Here comes the 0-1.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
There's a swing and a miss. Outside. Ball 2. Curve in the dirt. Next offering popped in the air, right field, and there's one away.
Up Up next for the Orioles, second baseman, Blaze
Here's the second
Alexander.
baseman, Blaze Alexander. And he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A two-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
There's a strike. And takes low for ball one. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Orioles, third baseman, Kobe.
And the Phillies manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make a move. Zach McCambley done for the afternoon. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for Philadelphia.
And we've got ourselves a
Number
pitching change.
56.
Zach Pop.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Pitch misses.
That's a ball.
Ball one. Two down, nobody on. Here's a rocket out to left. And that'll do it. Nothing doing this time around for the O's, but they lead it by 4. It's 7-3. Back now at Oriole Park, we go to the top of the 7th. JT Realmuto stands in for the Phillies.
Oh, the 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
And a big swing and a miss. Wells measures 6 feet 8 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a cutter, and he occasionally uses a curve. Toss to Alonso. That's the first out in the top of the 7th.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman, Bryson Stott.
The Orioles leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball, that's high.
Left field. And
Foul ball.
just foul. The 1-2.
Let's go, Tyler.
This one in the air, right field. 2 down.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder, Johan Rojas.
And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. And that's in there at the knees. That's a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. Deficit remains at 4. It's 7-3. Back here in Baltimore, here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
The 0-2. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Here's a 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Got him swinging.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And he'll just eat it. So that's an infield knock.
Up next for the Orioles.
Here's Pete Alonso. He crushed one out of here earlier. An absolute tape measure shot.
Yeah, indeed. It was a rocket. Just launched that thing. His swing, man, is so clean right now. I doubt he even felt the baseball make contact with the bat.
Nope, that's in.
Henderson, the base runner at first with one out. Quick move to first, and he's back in there. The 1-0. And that one hit to first. Slings to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 7 and the Phillies 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Turner now. The Phils in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Nope, ball.
Line drive. That's a base hit out of the left center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Here's the 0-1. Makes the sliding stop. The underhand flip.
No, he's
throw
safe.
pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Oh, that was a great chance to turn two with the 6-4-3 right there, but the feed to second, maybe the most important part of starting that double play, just didn't get it right there. And these players work on it a lot during batting practice, and If that feed's not on point, very difficult for the second baseman to make the turn.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Tyler Wells done for the day, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
Coming
for
out for the Orioles, Andrew Kittredge.
Number 39, Andrew Kittredge.
Here comes the always dangerous Bryce Harper in a big situation.
Hike one.
The Phillies trying to get back into this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Kyle Bradish, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. 0-2 now. No question about this one. It's out of here. Bryce Harper with a star scraper. And they get a few back. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. A slider right down the middle of the plate. It's like slow motion for a hitter. You're just licking your chops, waiting for it to arrive, and you want to hit it a long way, and he did.
Hike one.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a high fly ball to right. Beavers makes his way towards it. Makes the catch. One down.
Up next for Philadelphia, left fielder Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Ball.
The 1-0. Nice grab. To first. In time.
You know-
Got him.
Up next for Philadelphia, right fielder Adolis Garcia.
That's the ball.
He hasn't wanted the challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Check swing called strike. Strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Ripped, but it curls foul. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two down. Popped in the air, left field. And that is that. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 7-6 ball game.
Now pitching for
Back now,
Philadelphia.
new pitcher on the
Number
mound as we
46,
roll into the bottom of the
Jose
8th. Jose Alvarado.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Leading off.
Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Adley Rutschman. And it was a homer back in the first inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Boog, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
Ripped into right center, and now maybe extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Right through there for a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Here's the 0-2. Just
That
misses
missed. That's
with
the
that
ball.
one. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. No outs. Runner on second. Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. At the plate, Colton Cowser, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. And a base hit on the line. Here comes Rutschman around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Out towards right center field. Rojas on the move to the gap, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Orioles, second baseman, Blaze Alexander.
Now it's the second baseman, Blaze Alexander. That one ripped, but foul. Fly ball down the line. And that drops foul. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. Last chance coming up for the Phillies. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Ryan Helsley.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Swings through that one for strike one.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Way out front for strike two. Helsley, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. In the air, left field. Ward takes it in for the out. And a quick out, number one.
Up next for Philadelphia, second baseman.
This is Bryson Stott. Pitch misses, and that is ball one.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Just
Ball,
missed.
outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
That's the
I would
ball.
expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
One down, base is empty here in the ninth. And there's the automatic.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
And a payoff pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Three and two now. And that'll bring the
Ball
tying
four, take your
run
base.
to the plate.
Up next for Philadelphia, center fielder, Johan Rojas.
Hey, ha!
Fouled off down the right side. The Orioles trying to close out a two-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Phillies have just one out remaining.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
So it's their last chance in this one. Trey Turner now. On the ground, and this should do it. Flips it, and they'll go the short way, and that is the ball game.
Certainly can't complain about a lack of action in this one.